is your Trader. This is the last call of the day. So I'm going to take a look here at Bitcoin, at crude oil, and at natural gas. But first of all, we're going to take a look here at Tesla, and then we'll take a look here at NVIDIA and see how that's pairing out. Okay, at the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted for crude and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not recommendation to buy, selling stock from an ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Tesla. Now, the AI movement is huge. You're going to be investing, all the big shooters are going to be investing in about, 500 billion into an AI. It's going to be a whole big shakeout kind of a situation. I should say a build out, and now Tesla's a big AI player here, but I think they're getting a little bit more hammered on where the T-man there is going to be cutting the subsidies on these electric vehicles, okay? But I don't think that's going to make any difference to Tesla. I think people who buy a Tesla is going to want a Tesla, the electric car, and I think that stock is going to be fine. I just think the rest of the stuff here, GM, Ford, Chrysler, they're going to sell them, but I just think, Americans, we don't like to be told what to do when we go to a car lot. If you want to buy an electric vehicle, fine. You want to buy a hybrid, fine. You want to buy a diesel, a gas, you want to buy a truck, a car. It should be your business. You shouldn't be forced to do something, okay? So here's what I have here. So I think Tesla will be fine, okay? So now their earnings are coming out here on the 29th. So I don't know about, because they're slowing down like in China, and they've been slowing down on their earnings and their numbers. And see, China has that BYD, and they want to push that. Now, that's a really nice automobile there. You get over 500 miles to a charge, but I look at the fit and finish out of it. Man, it's just really, really nice. I'm a big car guy, but the key about it is it's like 30 grand. So, I don't know if they're going to be coming to the U.S. If they do with the tariffs and everything, it'll be a little bit more than that. But again, it's a really nice car. But anyway, Tesla's got so much more stuff going to it than just cars here. Okay, so let's take a look at the chart. Okay, this is what we got here. You can see here pretty much just a sideways action, but we're holding this key 21 day. Okay, that's going to be key. That's at 416.80. That's going to be key. Now, again, if that's lost here, we'll come right down to this 413.21. And then what we do is we can come down to the bottom of this candle right here. You're looking at 409.13. And then we have here, you had 406.31. Then we can just follow the candles down. You're looking at 394.54 level here. Then we'll come right down to that 50-day at 387.27. And then we have this big retest down here at 373.04, which is basically just the bottom of this candle. Now, if this stock gets hammered, okay, now I'm not saying that it can't, I'm not saying it's going to, but if it does get hammered, what you really want to watch here is you want to watch some of these gaps, okay? So if you look at the bottom of this here, you got 326.59 level. Okay, and then we look at the top of this candle, 324.68. So there's your gap, and then there's your fill. But this is the big boy right down here. Okay, this is 275.62. Then we look at the top of that candle at 255.28. Gap fill kind of a situation here. So you got to be really, really kind of a careful situation here. Now, we also have another gap here. I missed this one, 348.20. And then we looked at the top of that candle at 345.45. So you got a gap in the fill right there, another gap in the fill right there, and another gap right fill right over there. Okay, but that you got to lose right here, this price channel, that's at 373.04. You got to lose that 50-day, and then you're going to come all the way down to where the 100-day and maybe even down to the 200-day. But I like to show you where it could go just in case something does happen. Now, as long as we're holding this 8-day and this 21-day, we're looking good. Now, you can see where the 8-day is swooping around here. We get across, you could take this bad boy right on up here. So what we're looking for, you're looking at today's high, you're looking at 428. We're going to top of this candle right here, 433, and then we'll come up to the top of this candle right here at 439.74 level, okay? If it keeps running, we have a nice candle up here at 450. We come up here, you got 462.78, and then we're going to come at 465.33, which is basically that price channel right there at the top of that candle. Now, if it keeps rallying at 488.54, but I think the earnings, that's going to be a big thing going on here. I don't know. I'm not going to jump in ahead of earnings. What I'll do is I'll just wait. If you have a sell-off, I'd probably be a buying opportunity. Or if it rips higher, I could jump right back in, just like, very, very easily here. But I'm just kind of just a little bit leery here because they have a big problem going on with China and this EV. They're going to be cutting a lot of that stuff off here. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. But I do like the stock, and I do like do daily trades, in, out, get your money, and move on. Okay. Now, here we have Netflix. Now, you can see how she just ripped up higher yesterday, okay? I mean, just boom, there she goes, okay? Now, you closed at 869.68 yesterday, okay? That's what you closed at, okay? So I was in way down here. So I just blasted this one. What I did is I take it off. See, I look at this price channel here. See this? We have 435.85. But what I did is I looked at the top of this candle right here for a 941.75. So what I do is I put a sell right in there. Okay. Then when this thing spiked up, it was hanging right around that 960 area. I dumped it out 960, and then I dumped it out at 990. Now, yesterday, I think after hours, I got to 993 or something. But something like this isn't going to last that long. When you have a that high at a close of roughly say 970, and you got $1,000 mark on there, you're looking at 130 points here on that Netflix here. So what I do is just wait for this here now to come down. I'm on a trade, so let's just see how this comes down if we can retest it. So you want to look at today's low. That's at 952.48. And then we want to look at the top of this candle here at 941.75, and then obviously that price channel at 935.85. But the key is going to is right here, 916.40. That's going to be the key level here, because see, there's your gap and then there's your fill kind of a situation. So always watching gaps and fills out. This comes right back here into the picture, be looking good. But you can't buy this up here. The earnings and everything, the numbers are already on out. Now, the only question about it is, he had good numbers. You had the Tyson Jake fight there. Then what you do is he also had the football, at Christmas time. But remember, those subscribers were at the end of the year. Okay, so just always remember that. Now, how many people say, "Hey, I want to watch football all weekend for $8? I can do it." Or same way with the Jake fight, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know subscribers are going to keep running going. Now, remember, from now on, this was the last quarter that Netflix is going to actually call out how many subscribers that they have or whatever. It's all just going to be by earnings and numbers, so you got to take that into stride. But it was a really, really good trade. So let's just see if we can come right down here and fill that gap in, and maybe take another trade and zoom that bad boy back up to 1,000 again. Now, your chart looks good here. RSI, you're not even at 70 here yet. Getting close. And then here, your MACD, you can see where it just curled right on up here nicely. So I think you got to give this a little chance to play out. I like Netflix going forward. I think if they get into the sports and everything like that, I think that's going to be really good. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, here we have Bitcoin, kind of a nothing burger today. Okay, what I trade there is the IBIT. You got as low as 58.76 and a high of 59.86 there. It really isn't much movement. I think it's like a waiting period to see exactly what the T-man's going to do. So we have an inside day, okay, which is basically the high and low is the inside of the previous day's high and low. Okay, so let's look at the downside here. It's pretty much where it was. You're looking at 103.60, 465 level. That's what we had there for a low. Okay, but what you can look at first here is you always look at this lever is 103.685, and then we look up here at 103.565. Then we can look at today's low here at 103.465. But this is the candle that we're looking at here is that 103.190. So right now you're basically, if you just take this right across and look at that candle, see where my white line is here. You're just holding that line. That's all we're really doing. Okay, so we have this W pattern going on here, and all you're doing is holding that midline. It's still very, very good. Now, again, it can come all the way down here to this 8-day, and it'll still be very, very bullish. Okay, look how your 8-day crossed up over your 21-day. Now, when this opens up at 6, that 8-day will be higher. So what you want to do is just watch this 8-day. This is going to be your key support level, 100,534. And then I say if that's lost here, you're going to test that 21-day at 98,127. Then we have the 50-day right below it at 96,560 level. Then if that's lost here, we can just follow the candles all the way on down here until you get the retest all the way down to 89,525. But right now, as long as we're holding 8-day, I think we're looking very, very good. Now, today we had a nice high. You had 106,615. So what you got to do is just look at the top of this candle here, 106,960. Then we'll come up here. You have 108,475. And this candle is very, very important. This is that 108,960. So right now we still have what they call a double top in play. Even though, yeah, it popped up higher, but you notice it couldn't close above that key level at that 108,960 level. Okay, so you couldn't close above it. So, you're just here right at that midline. This is what we're looking at here, okay, on that W pattern. So again, now if you can crack above that candle, and then you can crack above that 11,150, well, that would negate that double top situation, and you take it up to probably $115,000, $117,000 in that area is what you'd be looking at. Now RSI here, well, you're still looking good. Yes, again at 50, and that can roll right back up here. And then you look at your MACD, your green over red. So this is looking very, very good. So I'm just looking at trading it. Now I am long the IBIT and I'm basically just trading it here, but it's just small trades that I'm getting out of there today. I think I got 3 of them at, I see, one was 50 cents, one was 30 cents. Yeah, 2 of them at 30 cents and one at 50 cents there. So I'm just scalping it until we either bust out of this. But I think eventually this is going to go higher versus going lower. Okay, let's take a look here at the old Crude and Natty Gas. Okay, we can see Crude, yeah, she really ain't doing dick. Now remember, API number will be out today at 4:30 on the crude, and then the numbers will be out at 11 o'clock for crude oil on the EIA report, and then 10:30 for natural gas and the rig count on Friday as usual. Now, with all the snow that's going on down in Florida and Louisiana and Texas and everything, they're not set up to handle it like where I am. Where I live up here in northern Michigan. So we're used to handling it. We're used to this snow. It's not no big deal. But down there here, they're having issues ready here with the with the oil and getting the gas out there and everything. So always take that into consideration here wherever that is coming from. And say they don't have the same circumstances like what like what we do. Okay, so basically what you're doing here is you're looking at right there is 75.21. That's that 200-day. You can see where it's holding it solid. Okay, so there really isn't much going on, I should say, here with the old trades there today on the crude oil. I didn't take anything in crude oil today. There's nothing to do. So what I'm watching is that 75.21. Basically, if that's lost, we can follow the candles. But here's your target right here. It's going to be that 73.83. Okay, now upside, we want to watch today's high, 75.645 level. If you look right over here on the bottom of this candle here, 76.54. Okay, so you came in within 9 cents of that resistance. If we can break that, then we come right here. You're looking at 76.93, and then we come up top, bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 77.14. But this is the big boy right here, 77.57. So basically, you trade between the 200 and the 8-day. 200, 8-day. This is what we're trading on. Say you lose that 200-day, you got a 21-day. You crack above that key 8-day, then we just follow the candles all the way up here till we get maybe a retest at a 79.27 or maybe even all the way up to 80.77. But right now, just trade this range so she breaks up or she breaks down. Now here, RSI here is coming off here, but you'll come down a lot farther if you lose that 200-day. The same way here, that your MACD, your green is like it wants to cross over that red, hasn't done it yet, but if it does, you'll send this price down much lower. Okay, now net gas here, that's a whole different story. Now, if you watch my videos here this morning and then for midday trading, I said, here's your trade right here. The 21-day on the bottom, okay, 3.78, and the 8-day on the top. That's what you take, okay? So I scalped the UNG, which is really a good trade. You got as low as 79 and as high as 1860, okay? So I already scalped my 50 cents out of there. I'm trading 5,000 shares. So it's a good trade. So all you have to do is watch that 21-day because look at this badass. Look at that. How many times has that held it? And even yesterday. Now, yesterday we hit that low, 3.71. And what do we hit today? 3.71. So we got that double bottom in play. And that's the first tell. And then we get back over that 21-day. That tells you can get long until right to the 8-day. Now we got to see what happens. What the reaction is. Is it going to blast through or is she going to come down? Okay, so 3.99. The level you're looking for is right here. This is that 401. That's what you're looking for here is the 401 level right there. Okay, so that's what you're looking. That's going to be your next level. Now, if you can get above all that, we got 405, we got 414, we got 430, 432, and then 436 is going to be your big retest. Okay, so this is what you're trading between that 21-day here and that 8-day. Until she breaks either up or she breaks down. Now you start losing that 21-day. Well, we just look for today's low there, that 3.71 level. Then we just follow the candles down at that 3.64, 3.57, 3.50, 3.5 flat, and the 3.42 level, and then you come all the way down here to that 3.4 level. Okay, but right now you got to really respect that 21-day because she has been holding nicely. Okay, so 21-day on the bottom. 8-day on the side, trade this range till she breaks up or she breaks down. Same thing here, 200-day on the bottom, 8-day on top, trade that range, breaks out or she breaks down. All right, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here tomorrow morning here. We'll take a look at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas, and trade what's in front of you, not what you want.